Jeremiah 40, 1 through 16. Devotional focus verse. And now, behold, I loose thee this day from the chains which were upon thine hand. If it seem good unto thee to come with me into Babylon, come, and I will look well unto thee. But if it seem ill unto thee to come with me into Babylon, forbear. Behold, all the land is before thee. Whither it seemeth good and convenient for thee to go, thither go. Jeremiah 40:4. As a young man, Henry Martyn, who lived from 1781 to 1812, made a life-changing choice. When he was 20 years old, he won the highest mathematics award at Cambridge University and was a distinguished student there. In addition, he had great ability with languages. His plan was to practice law, and his future looked promising. However, Henry lacked a sense of fulfillment. He heard about missionary work in India and was impacted enough to make a decision to change careers. When he was 24 years old, he went to India, where he served as a chaplain and studied languages. Before he passed away 6 years later, he had translated the New Testament into Persian and Hindi, as well as revising an Arabic translation and completing other biblical translation work. He had prayed that he could burn out for God, and his choice to pour himself into God's service had far-reaching effects. In today's focus verse, Jeremiah was given a choice. The Chaldean commander gave Jeremiah the option of going to Babylon to live and assured him that he would be well taken care of. This offer included protection, provision, and favorable treatment. However, Jeremiah was also free to stay in Judah along with the poor whom the Babylonians were leaving there. Jeremiah remained in Judah and suffered along with the people who stayed. God had called him to be a prophet to the Jewish people, and he was true to his calling to the end of his life. Like Henry Martyn and Jeremiah, all of us must make choices. Many of our decisions will not be as life-impacting as the choices these men faced. We will, however, face our own set of circumstances, and our decisions, even small ones, can influence the spiritual walks of both ourselves and others. We can be inspired by those who have faithfully fulfilled God's calling on their lives. We too can choose to follow God and let Him use us as He wills. It's a decision we will not regret. Background information. Today's text begins a portion of the book of Jeremiah, see chapters 40 through 45, that recounts what happened to Jeremiah and the remaining people of Judah after Jerusalem fell to Babylon and the majority of the people were carried away as captives. Jeremiah's release from prison is recorded in both chapters 39 and 40. The text in 39, verses 11 through 14, tells how Nebuzaradan, captain of the Chaldean guard, released Jeremiah, and he went to dwell among the people, most likely in Jerusalem. Some Bible scholars believe that when the army was ready to burn Jerusalem, they took any people, including Jeremiah, still left there to Ramah. Situated about 5 miles to the north of Jerusalem, Ramah was used for organizing the deportation of the captives. When Jeremiah arrived in Ramah with the other captives, he was released again. See Jeremiah 41. In verses 2 through 5, Nebuzaradan quoted Jeremiah's prophecies back to him. This instance indicates that the Babylonians were aware of Jeremiah and some of his previous predictions and recommendations to the rulers of Judah, which may be why they gave him preferential treatment. Nebuzaradan offered Jeremiah the option of going to Babylon or staying in Judah. Jeremiah chose to stay in Judah and settled in Mizpah, which was north of Jerusalem and close to Ramah. He was given food and a reward. Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon, appointed Gedaliah to be the governor of Judah. Gedaliah was from a distinguished family. Ahikam, his father, had some importance during the reigns of Josiah and Jehoiakim. See 2 Kings 22, 12 and 14, and it helped spare Jeremiah's life. See Jeremiah 26:24. Shaphan, his grandfather, was the scribe for Josiah. See 2 Kings 22, 3 and 10. Gedaliah's assignment included supervising the few Jewish people left in Judah. He was also to maintain order among multiple scattered Jewish military leaders with their bands of soldiers who were active throughout the area. 5 of those leaders are named in verse 8. Jewish people who had escaped to neighboring countries returned, and Gedaliah gave them food. Ishmael, one of the military leaders, was a descendant of David, and he conspired with Baalis, the king of the Ammonites, against Gedaliah. Although Johanan, another of the military leaders, warned Gedaliah of their plans, he refused to believe it. Bible scholars are unsure how long Gedaliah was the governor. Some think it may have been approximately 5 years. Chapter 41 records that the conspiracy to slay Gedaliah was indeed carried out. Conclusion: with God's help, we can make choices that are pleasing to Him.
Chapter 40. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, after that Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had let him go from Ramah, when he had taken him being bound in chains among all that were carried away captive of Jerusalem and Judah, which were carried away captive unto Babylon. And the captain of the guard took Jeremiah and said unto him, The Lord thy God hath pronounced this evil upon this place. Now the Lord hath brought it, and done according as he hath said. Because ye have sinned against the Lord, and have not obeyed his voice, therefore this thing is come upon you. And now, behold, I loose thee this day from the chains which were upon thine hand. If it seem good unto thee to come with me into Babylon, come, and I will look well unto thee. But if it seem ill unto thee to come with me into Babylon, forbear. Behold, all the land is before thee. Whither it seemeth good and convenient for thee to go, thither go. Now while he was not yet gone back, he said, Go back also to Gedaliah the son of Ahikam the son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon hath made governor over the cities of Judah, and dwell with him among the people, or go wheresoever it seemeth convenient unto thee to go. So the captain of the guard gave him victuals and a reward, and let him go. Then went Jeremiah unto Gedaliah the son of Ahikam to Mizpah, and dwelt with him among the people that were left in the land. Now when all the captains of the forces which were in the fields, even they and their men, heard that the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah the son of Ahikam governor in the land, and had committed unto him men and women and children, and of the poor of the land, of them that were not carried away captive to Babylon, then they came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, even Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and Johanan, and Jonathan the sons of Kareah, and Seraiah the son of Tanhumeth, and the sons of Ephi the Netophathite, and Jezaniah the son of a Maacathite, they and their men. And Gedaliah the son of Ahikam the son of Shaphan sware unto them and to their men, saying, Fear not to serve the Chaldeans. Dwell in the land and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall be well with you. As for me, behold, I will dwell at Mizpah to serve the Chaldeans, which will come unto us. But ye, gather ye wine and summer fruits and oil, and put them in your vessels, and dwell in your cities that ye have taken. Likewise, when all the Jews that were in Moab, and among the Ammonites, and in Edom, and that were in all the countries, heard that the king of Babylon had left a remnant of Judah, and that he had set over them Gedaliah the son of Ahikam the son of Shaphan, even all the Jews returned out of all places whither they were driven, and came to the land of Judah, to Gedaliah unto Mizpah, and gathered wine and summer fruits very much. Moreover, Johanan the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were in the fields, came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, and said unto him, Dost thou certainly know that Baalis the king of the Ammonites hath sent Ishmael the son of Nethaniah to slay thee? But Gedaliah the son of Ahikam believed them not. Then Johanan the son of Kareah spake to Gedaliah in Mizpah secretly, saying, Let me go, I pray thee, and I will slay Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and no man shall know it. Wherefore should he slay thee, that all the Jews which are gathered unto thee should be scattered, and the remnant in Judah perish? But Gedaliah the son of Ahikam said unto Johanan the son of Kareah, Thou shalt not do this thing, for thou speakest falsely of Ishmael.